that's a great question, Will. And yeah, and I don't want to, I set off the positive example first of like everybody trying to work towards water justice, which is in some ways kind of the easy one, right? Like if we're all in agreement about what the policy outcomes should be, then thinking about the wisdom we can mine from our religious traditions is part of that. But I don't want to say that it's all going to be easy, smooth sailing, right? Like I envision this sort of public square being kind of loud, being noisy, being messy, and there being a lot of confusion and a lot of misinterpretation that happens as a result of that. I would say that that's not worse than what we currently have. I still think that there's a way in which we have deep disagreements, and we're always going to have deep disagreements. And when you try to envision a sort of shared society without deep disagreements, that's usually when you start tilting towards a kind of authoritarianism of one kind or another. And so I think that this idea that difference itself, and even deep difference, is a threat to community, that's the like core idea that I think we're trying to go after, that difference doesn't have to be a threat to community. But in order to have it actually be an asset to community, we have to start practicing talking to each other. And this is, I think there's been a kind of almost like a cultivated incapacity to deal with these types of conversations in a meaningful way. And that's making us all the worse for it, and from my vantage point. And I would say your example, I think pluralism, you have to agree that people with whom, with the beliefs of certain people, you're going to find abhorrent, but they still deserve to be in the public square. That is part of what religious pluralism looks like, is that reality. And that, I think, is actually deeply tied, in my view, to a robust sense of freedom. If you are free to do what you want to do, then your neighbor has to be free to do what he or she wants to do. So.